Hello again, Les. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 26 of Follow a Sketch February. I'm also using my 56 stash layout, so super excited about that. Here is our sketch for today. It was designed by Anna Castro. You can see that screenshot go in on it. So there's two horizontal photos with a vertical strip. Looks like some mixed media going on, some paper layering, butterfly, so that's fun. This is what we've got going on here. So I've also given myself my list of randoms. So the first thing is flare. And I'm going to use this one flare, which was a thank you for purchasing flare. I'm going to pull this little guy from here. And then I think I'm going to pull this guy from here. Okay. Ink spray. We've got the Distressed. Oh, that was horrible. Not even a word. Distress Spritz Fossilized Amber. I did order a bottle shaker, you guys. That'll sit there and do that. So that's fun. I'm excited for that. Dies. I've got one die here because there's a scalloped border, so I'm going to use this to make that. I'm just going to trace and cut. Dots and gems. They're right here. We're going to use some of these. My mission. I've been using those a lot, right? Sequins. So I've got this Love You Latte sequin mix from Spiegel Mom. A stencil, you've seen it down here. We've got this stencil right here to do some of those, which is good that this was in the recipe, but we'll use that to make some of that vertical element. And my deco scissors, because, you know, we used to all use these a lot. And then they just went out of style, right? So I still have them. I never got rid of them. I did get rid of a lot of the duplicates and stuff, but I figured we're going to give these two a try today. So let's just put those over there. So that is everything that I have to use. So also to make that mixed media element, I've grabbed these two stamps and this background stamp. So we've got all of those and our Brutus Monroe detail Raven ink. I've got this cute little Believe, some washi for the strip. I pulled in some of these very old Becky Higgins arrows, and then this, if I need to make a title. I've got what's left in this pack of Simple Vintage Lakeside, the bits and pieces. I've got this piece right here to make that journaling spot. And then also I'm going to have a lot of the vertical strips, right? So from a paper, I've pulled these two papers. They are Stampin'. I know this one's Stampin' Up. I'm not real sure where this one is, but it's old school. I haven't had Stampin' Up paper in probably a decade, and it was really, really flimsy, but it was for card making, right? So your mailing cards, you want it as thin as possible. So this is a map. On the back side, it is this. See, there's the little Stampin' Up logo. So I'm going to use it for this piece to mat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a brown colored or a yellow colored cardstock to put on the back of this, because this piece here is a bit thicker, but still, I mean, that's way too thin. And then here are my two photos. It was the last photos that I took on day one of our trip, and it was the sun setting. I believe we're in Wyoming, so it was just really cool. And how, I don't know if you can pick that up, but the rays are just shooting off, and that was just so beautiful. So that is gonna be our photos. So I'm gonna use this to mat. Gonna put some stuff together. So let me find my cardstock. I'm gonna get that up, and then we'll come back and we'll start doing some of that mixed media work together. Alright, so I did just do the stencil work because it's stencil work. I've got my photos, which are going to go out there. And then we've got, actually I think we're going to do this. this one up here. And then that guy is going to go there. So we are going to run the stamping of this down the side. Now I don't use a block. And there's glitter and there's all kinds of fun stuff. So I try not to go to the edges, so no harsh lines. And then I just got to figure out which way has, and then we're going to come in and we're going to put some stamping down like so. It does actually look like it's on both sides. This is a very old Stampin' Up! Stamp too, so. Get that there. And we'll come in. That guy there. And I only use black ink, so I don't really worry about it. I just put it back in my little card sleeve, and we just move on with our lives after I get ink all over me. And my nail. Oh, not my nail. It'll eventually wear off. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to take some of these guys. Let's go with this one. Now I am going to need a stamp block, but I'm going to have to find one, which I know where they're at. So give me a minute to get those. I'm going to do some stamping up and down where I used my deco scissors to cut this strip in half. So I've got it cut on this side and that side with both of them. I pulled out this partial on that full guy. We got the washi tape that we're going to run down. I've used my die cut, traced and cut out all these circles so that we can do the scallop. So lots of stuff going on, but yeah, I'm going to pull my thing out and just my stamp block out, and I'm just going to stamp up, and then we'll come back and we'll start putting the pieces together. All right, the photos aren't, the blocks on top are not adhered down. So I did get the die. I did have to tuck that one piece under there because you were losing it in the background. But I've got the deco scissors, which I could use those. I used the die, and I got the stencil done. Okay. So now it's just about putting this on here. So, and some of the words are upside down, but some of them aren't, so I don't know. I guess the idea is to like use it as a stencil or, you know, like individual pieces, but it'll be fine. So this is where we bid adieu to the sketch, and I just kind of go rogue now. So I do actually, I've got that one cattywampus, and I was going to go for it, but I actually don't like it because everything else is straight. So let's see what we can do without, you know, seriously tearing everything up there. I'm just making it go straight. So I did rip the paper a little bit, but you really can't tell. Okay. And I am popping the photos up on some foam, and I always use liquid and dry adhesive. It's just a preference of mine. Okay, we're going to stick this one right there. Then we've got this little guy that we're just going to stick in. Here. All right, where's all the stuff? So, this is like the first layout in a long time that I didn't have to put thread on this. And I know that sounds horrible, but I keep picking like the same random. So is it really random? So I would like, so if you remember, there was like a piece in the middle, so we're gonna go with that. Use our little believe. However we can get that on there. Okay. I guess I should have went through this. Let's see what we've got to use. So let me go ahead and go through this pack, pull some stuff, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I've pulled 3 butterflies, 3 bears, 3 ducks, and a cluster of 3 trees. So I'm going to go with the trees there. And just get them tucked under. And yes, a lot of the background and the work that we did does get covered up, but it's okay. And get the little bear. Put him there. Trying to figure out, can we get... Let's just put him there too. We're going to tuck him way down in there, right? And then we get this little guy. I mean, we just seen lots of animals and stuff, but I don't know when I would actually use a bear, so let's pop this guy up on some foam. And then we'll get it stuck down. And we'll just put that one there. Then this butterfly will go there. Don't actually know how we're going to utilize the ducks. Probably not. So those are going to go back. I know. Those are the things I'm going to end up with and have to like try to hide them somehow. And then that guy's stuck. Once the tabby dots are stuck, they're stuck. I'm going to go with it there, but let's use the rest of the tabby dots on this little cut apart I got going on here. And let's pop this one up as well. Okay. And now I do have these little arrows. That have been literally in my stash. If you could hear that, my kid is laughing. He's cracking me up. Alright. These have been around for quite some time. Since May of 2019. That's when I bought them from, what was the name of that store? Oh, you guys, I know what it is. I can't think of it. Alright. On our list, we need some flair, which is over here. So we're going to use this guy. And I think we're just going to pop him do we want to do it? Yeah, let's do it right here. Okay, so that uses up that. And then we're going to do this pumpkin one, the epoxy sticks to the, and we're going to put him down there. And we're going to do this one. You know what? Maybe we should put this one up here. Yeah, we'll put him right there. Nothing's really touching it. I'm okay with it. Like it's very out of the normal for me. Because usually I'm all about everything touches. And this guy we'll put there. And I'm very OCD, so I have to put things back. It's who I am. I've learned to accept it. Alright, so we've got flare, and then gems and dots and sequins. It's kind of all the same, but... So let's go ahead and add these guys. Now we gotta think about a title. It could just be Belief. Okay. So let's go with the stars. Okay, and we'll add them in the middle. We'll add, so we're just adding 2 each. Okay, so we got dots or gems. I've used this, let's see, what, 1, 2, 3 times. I keep pulling it out. I keep just working through it. Actually, I think I might have 2 sets of those. Okay. Then for the sequins, let's think about a title here. We could just do our drive. So we got, do you have a D down here? Yeah. So D. R-I-V-E. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and line out our drive. And I'm just going to take it and I am just going to add just a touch to it. We're going to line it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then what I'm going to do is I take the sequins, I sprinkle them around, and then I glue them on. But I am adding glue to this because these are quite old. That was way too much, but that's okay because it does dry clear. So give me a minute to get that title on there, and then what I do with the sequins is I just come in here and I just grab just a little handful and I'll just sprinkle them around, keeping them kind of off of the thing, you know, keeping them kind of close to each other. So I'll just sprinkle them around there, and I just pick them up and glue them down. I'm going to try to get different. Come on. They're kind of sticking to me. So we're going to do that. And then I'll just go in. And I'll just glue them down where they land. There you go. Alright, so I'll get that finished and we'll be right back. So the only thing left to add is ink. And like I said, I've got the fossilized amber distress spritz. We're just going to pop it in here. As you see, I've just got all of those fun little sequins just popped around. I love just adding that to the look. The Title is on. I know you're supposed to spritz it, but I'm not real good with this yet. I just really started playing with this, so I am waiting to have like a full background to play with on something. And that's going to do it. So do all the fun YouTubey things like subscribe, check everybody else out that is playing along with Follow a Sketch. And there are only 2 more days, the 27th and 28th. I cannot believe it. February is almost over. I mean, for me, it just started. As I'm filming this, it's February 1st, but I am fully back to work, so it will now just be weekends of scrapping. And I can tell you, it's not as fun as days of scrapping. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you later with another video. Bye.